they were disrespectful to the families involved. That's the bottom line. They were disrespectful to the families who had lost their loved one. And I can't understand why anyone would do such a thing in a context like that. I think it just defies a lot of what we all feel is the right and decent thing to do when you're dealing with a family in pain. I also think they were disrespectful to the people of this city.
I share the mayor's concern about the idea of what is effectively a labor action being taken in the middle of a funeral, where we are honoring the death of two police officers. I just don't understand it. I'm sorry that I just do not understand that. What was the need in the middle of that ceremony to engage in a political action? I don't get it. And I'm very disappointed, the selfishness of that action, the selfishness of it. A funeral is not a place for that. Come demonstrate outside City Hall, come demonstrate outside police headquarters, but don't put on your uniform and go to a funeral and engage in a political action. I'm sorry. I feel very strongly about this. I do.
Yesterday afternoon at around 3 o'clock on Beekman Place, a Thomas Gilbert Sr. was found with a gunshot wound to his head just after 3 o'clock in the afternoon, about 3:30. What happened before that, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Thomas Gilbert Jr. visited the family. Present was Mr. Gilbert Sr. and his wife. He then, Mr. Gilbert Jr., then asked to speak to Mr. Gilbert Sr. by himself and asked the mother to leave. The mother did leave. She went to get some food for Jr. About 15 minutes after that, she had a bad feeling and decided to return. She got back to the apartment about 15 minutes later, and she found Sr. on the floor with a bullet hole in his head. We executed the search warrant at around 10:30 at night, and we obtained some evidence, 2 magazine clips, which are .40 caliber, which is the gun used at Beekman Place homicide, what we can now consider a homicide. We found numerous loose rounds as well, and a manufacturer's box of a Glock .40 caliber. Also, we have a shell casing envelope with the serial number of the gun that was recovered at the crime scene. Substantial amount of physical evidence to use. We brought Mr. Gilbert Jr. Into the precinct, and we arrested him at around 11 o'clock this morning, for homicide and criminal possession of a weapon.